Eddie, House, Amina Smith here with you. And the Celtics beating the Knicks 133-123. Kristaps Porzingis with a great performance being back out there on the court. But the Celtics now 10-0 at home. Eddie, how did the Celtics impose their will in tonight's game?
A team effort. They did it in every which way. They shared the basketball. They got rebounds. They made sure they cut down their turnovers in the second half. I think they only had 3 turnovers in the second half. Totaling 8. They had 5 in the first half. 6 guys in double figures. They just played a total team game, and this is the way this team is going to have to play moving forward to win games. You're going to have to control the glass. You're going to have to take care of the basketball because we know the offensive threat that they are, that every single person that's out there on the court for them is a big-time offensive threat, and they have to be accounted for. So I thought it was a total team effort tonight. And
that third quarter was huge for the Celtics as well. Well, in this game, Kristaps Porzingis, he had a big comeback, 21 points in tonight's matchup. He's with Abby Chin after this win.
Kristaps, you were so excited when we talked to you Wednesday about getting back out here on the court. How did the calf hold up, and how are you feeling?
Felt great out there. Of course, a little bit that first win in the first quarter hit me, but overall felt good. And happy about coming back and getting a win.
Jaylen Brown was doing a little bit of everything before he was ejected. What did you guys say amongst yourselves in the huddle to compose yourselves after he was thrown out?
I think, JB was great from the beginning. Like, he was making plays for us, getting into the paint and kicking out and making plays for everybody. I think it showed his character throughout the game today when he was just selfless and being a leader for us. And I think, his emotions got the best of him a little bit. There was a couple maybe calls that didn't go our way, but that's how the game goes. And we were able to maintain our composure and just finish out the game.
All 5 starters were in double figures tonight. That kind of balance, when we talked on Wednesday, you mentioned the room for growth. How important is that for this group?
When all 5 are in double digits?
Yes. And everyone kind of leading.
Of course. I think, again, it kind of shows the character of our team. The main guys, JT, JB, they're selfless. They're willing to make that pass, that pick and pop. If I'm open 100 times, they'll give it to me 100 times, and that just shows what type of guys they are and what type of team we have. And I think that is great base for us to keep building.
And this Knicks team, so tough, not going to go anywhere. What does this win mean?
It's a good win for us to bounce back after a very tough loss that hurt in Indiana. Good to bounce back like this against the Knicks that are a good team, and most importantly, protect the home court.
Kristaps, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Celtics remain unbeaten at home.
Scal joining us live from inside of TD Garden. Scal, we talked pregame about how physical this Knicks team would be out there on the floor. How did the Celtics handle this test?
I thought they did a really good job, especially in the second half. I heard Eddie talk about the low turnovers in the second half. Not a lot of second chance points in the second half. So I like the way that we played today. I thought the Knicks answered the bell. Every time we would get a lead, they would figure out a way to cut the lead back to 12 or cut it to 9, or we'd push it back up to 13. So overall, I thought the Celtics, I was worried about this game coming off of that emotional Indiana loss. I thought the Knicks were going to be motivated after they got shellacked by the Milwaukee Bucks, but I was really happy by the way we played today, and it's really nice to have Porzingis back out there. He makes a big difference.
You mentioned Kristaps Porzingis. He didn't waste any time to start this game. He had a dunk. He had 2 threes in the first couple of minutes of this matchup. What did you see from Porzingis being back in that starting lineup, Scal?
No, it was great. I just thought the spacing was better. It allowed Al to come back off the bench. It just looked really good. I don't know how it looked on TV, but when you're here, he was happy to be out there. Remember, he was struggling coming into this. I think he's made 4 of his last 21 or 3 of his last 21 3-pointers until he came back and knocked down his first 2.
Now, Eddie, what did you see out of Porzingis, or how differently did the Celtics look with him back in the lineup?
Well, the spacing is a whole lot different, and defensive coverage is how they want to have to guard him, right? You have to always think about that Derek White dunk down the middle of the lane. That's all because of Porzingis. Hartenstein is like, do I go? Do I stay? I don't know what he's that in between space because of the spacing that Porzingis is able to allow, and because of what his skill set brings. He can knock down the 3. You don't want to give him that 3. He can pick and roll. He can pick and pop. He can definitely take advantage of a smaller guy if you switch on him. So those things, it's the small things that you see what he does, the spacing. And all you need is a little bit of space for guys like Jalen, guys like Jason, Derek White, Drew Holiday. You just need a little bit of space for them to be able to create the way they do and be the best and be at their best. And he helps them do that.